Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute again. I apologise. It's so strange because this game's been out for about a year, meaning this series has ran for about a year. I've made it nearly 3 in game months. Oh, life. Hello. Work a killer as always, but freshly inspired by our one true saver, Mr. Iguana. I mean, if you've watched me before, you know Mr. Iguana is my kind of thing, so expect him to show up at some point, obviously. But hey, we're here. Check out Venom if you haven't already. We're coming here with the fallout from WWE Venom. A whole lot happened. Let me try and rush through it in my head. Gunter, spoilers of course, Gunter retained against Sami. Drew beat Punk and Seth to become contender to Gunter's world title. A whole lot of other stuff I won't go into because you've watched the show, I'll assume. And of course, in our main event, Venom, Tom Hardy, and R-Truth beat JD McDonough and Finn Balor, the Demon, thanks to a little bit of help from Damian Priest. So it all went down. It was a really fun show. Without further ado, we've got to start building up to Survivor Series here on Raw. So let's jump into it. It's the post-Venom edition of Monday Night Raw. And the show is going to get underway with Damian Priest coming out to the ring. Damian Priest is, yeah, the crowd are cheering for him. He's happy to be back, you know. The Archer of Infamy. He says that after what happened a few months back at Bad Blood, he needed that time away. He needed that space from all of this. But finally, the Archer of Infamy knew it was time to return. Especially when he heard everything going on with Neo Judgment Day. Finn Balor becoming Intercontinental Champion. He could not sit on the sidelines any longer. So he found out where this battle was taking place. He arrived. He helped Venom take out the demon. He messed with JD just for a bit of fun. And now he has returned to Monday Night Raw with a mission, with a plan, with a goal in mind. 2 things that the Archer of Infamy needs to do. Number 1, I will beat. For everything they did to me, I will destroy Neo Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough. All of you are unnoticed because the Archer of Infamy's arrow is aimed at you. And when that task is done, when that job is done, when my work is done with them, my next goal is simple: to reclaim what was mine and what was taken from me. The World Heavyweight Championship. Gunter, you have it. Drew, your eyes are on it. But me, Damian Priest, allow me to put you both on notice right here and right now that I am coming for what Finn Balor stole from me. As the music of Neo Judgment Day hits, and out comes Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio, Mike and hands saying, Damian, please, okay? After what happened last night, Finn, JD, they're not here. And I know you're angry, man. You and me, though, we used to be bros. Amigos, you know? We don't have to do all this, huh? You take your Judgment Day, we'll take ours. Go our separate ways. What do you say, huh? Dominic getting onto the apron. And Damian Priest says, Dom, man, I'm going to be completely honest. When Rhea first brought you in to the Judgment Day, I was unsure of you, this whiny, snot-nosed little brat. But over time, I'll attest, I'll admit, you grew on me, kids. You did. But I need to make it very clear to you right now, boy. This is done when I say it's done. And it's done when I kick all 3 of your asses. Dom saying, Damian, look, okay, I get it. And I just want you to know, I gave you a choice, man. When suddenly from behind, Damian Priest is attacked by JD McDonough and Finn Balor, smashing the Intercontinental title into the back of Damian Priest. Dom into the ring, the 3 men attacking Priest, laying him out. Finn Balor ordering JD and Dom to hold up Damian Priest. He holds the Intercontinental title in his face. Look at this, I'm the man now. I'm the one in the old Judgment Day with the gold. It's not the Damian Priest show anymore. Do you understand me? Finn Balor takes a step back, gets ready to hit Damian Priest with a title. When the sirens blare, woof woof, bark bark, out comes, storming down to the ring, Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker sprinting at the speed of knots, honestly. Flies into the ring, immediately jumps through the air with a massive spear to Dominic Mysterio. Another one to JD. Finn sliding out of the ring. Finn Balor beginning up the ramp, Intercontinental title in his hand. For a 65, looking in the ring. Dom and JD laid out. Damian Priest getting to his feet, looking very upset, shall we say. Bron Breakker, angry. And he starts to head up the ramp. Pierce coming out and saying, you know what? You guys seem ready. Let's just get into this with some tag team action. Kicking off tonight, Bron Breakker and Damian Priest taking on Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough of Neo Judgment Day. Finn Balor watching on as JD's a bit beat up. Dom's doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. Because, you know, JD went through it. He did get shot yesterday. But, yeah. They go at it. In the end, Damian gets Dom round the throat, ready for a chokeslam. JD getting in the ring, trying to stop it. When Dom grabs him round the throat as well, locks over at Bron, who's itching for it. Bron climbs into the ring. Damian shoves JD away, and Bron, a massive spear to JD, laying him out. Priest lifts up Dom. Chokeslam. 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest and Bron Breakker pick up the victory here for a 71. The South of Heaven, my mistake. It's been a minute. 71 Bron, 62 Damian, 61s for JD and Dom. Happy with that. Damian Priest and Bron Breakker get the victory. Finn Balor having to look on as his 2 big enemies, well, 2 men with their eyes on him, shall we say, for differing reasons, stand victorious over his stablemate for that 71. Good little opener. Happy with that. I apologise, I'm yawning so much. I'm so tired. But we keep going. We go backstage to a very down Sami Zayn. And Yeet Man himself, main event Jey Uso, comes over to check on him, you know. Just want to see how you're doing, Us, you know. I've been there, man. It's tough, coming up short. You know. I just wanted to see how y'all doing. Sami Zayn appreciating it, you know. He came up short. He didn't beat Gunther, but he says, this isn't the first time I've gone for a world title and I've come up short. You know? And hell, it probably won't be the last time. I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to give up, okay? Sami Zayn is going to be a world champion. Speaking of champions, over comes Lyra Valkyria, the women's Intercontinental champion. Seeing them both, you know, the baby faces, they have some good rapport, have a little laugh together, you know, happy days. You know, they congratulate her, still champion. And she says she's sure both of them are going to be champions before you know it. As then, oh my god, isn't this adorable? There's a little losers convention over here. Kiana James Enterprises. Kiana James flocked by Dijak and Omos. And Jay saying, I could be mistaken, but Kiana, didn't you lose at Venom to Lyra for that title? Kiana says, that doesn't matter. Okay? Because that championship is going to be property of Kiana James Enterprises very soon. One way or another. But for now, I completely lost my train of thought. But yeah, they get into it a bit. Sammy makes the suggestion. He kind of goad Dijak into accepting a challenge, which Kiana's not too happy about. But for a 71 later tonight, 6-person tag. Sammy, Jay, and Lyra taking on Omos, Dijak, and Kiana James, which hopefully will be a fun little tag team match. We're going to go out to the ring, though. We have some local talent, Danny Limelight and Zicky Dice, who, as far as I can tell, have no controversy. I could be wrong, please no. Taking on a new team around these blocks. The music hits. All hail the Messiah. Moose comes out by his side. The men he lifted out the mud by teaching his ways. Lucian Price and Bronco Nima coming out. They make their way down to the ring. Moose at ringside with the Holy Scripts out the mud in action. Tag team match is just out the mud getting to showcase themselves, really, show what they can do in some tag team action against the local talent. Of course, out the mud get the victory here with the Fall of Man for the 1-2-3. Lucian Price getting the win for his team for a 36. Happy enough. 44 23 Bronco, 24 Lucian. They'll get there. They'll get there. I don't really care about that, but they'll get there. Out the mud, get the victory. And yeah, the Holy Moose, the Messiah, gets to watch on. His boys did it. Yippee! We go to commercial, we come back, and out comes the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre, with a big old smile on his face. Well, well, well. It was just a matter of time, wasn't it? I can only do Irish, I'm so sorry. I can't do Scottish for whatever reason. I can do Welsh, but I can't do Scottish. I can do Space Girl, but I can't do anything else. I can do Scouse. Drew saying that he got to close off a very annoying chapter of his career, of his life. CM Punk and Seth Rollins beat them both. Finally done with them. Can sweep them to the side. Because now his sights are firmly set on one man and one thing. The World Championship. You see, all this really started at WrestleMania when he got that World Championship and it was stolen from him. He beat Seth to win it and it was stolen from him by CM Punk. He took out Seth, he took out Punk, and now he can get what was his. So Gunther, congratulations on keeping your title. But Survivor Series War Games is around the corner. And I'm coming to take what's mine. For 72. Drew McIntyre, very clear, very simple. He wants his title back. He will get his title back. Ooh. Tag action though, that 6-person tag. Sammy, Jay, Lyra, Kiana James Enterprises. Kiana stays out the ring as much as humanly possible, forcing Sammy and Jay to fight Omos and Dijak, which is a bit tougher. In the end, Sammy and Jay managing to take out Dijak and Omos, forcing a tag into Kiana in the process. Kiana and Lyra battle it out, and in the end, Lyra picks up the victory of her team with the guillotine onto Kiana for a 73. Good little match. Good little match. 48 Omos, 59 Dijak, 40 Kiana, 68 Jay, 60 Lyra, 75 Sammy. Happy with that. Sammy, Jay, Lyra, the baby faces, get the victory. Yeet woo Sami Zayn noises for a 73. Good. An oozy performance from all involved, as the baby faces do get a lovely little feel-good victory here at the Maverick Center, which is nice, isn't it? We go from this lovely moment to the eternal beef, as I'm going to refer to it right now. We go backstage, and it's CM Punk and Seth Rollins getting into it, arguing. They're both blaming the other for not coming out of Venom victorious. They both think it's the other man's fault that Drew McIntyre is getting a shot at the world title, and they're not. They argue, they shout, and then they do what they do best. They beat the life out of each other. CM Punk and Seth Rollins just start brawling out in the locker room. Road agents, security guards trying to separate these two men, but honestly, the hatred they have for each other, it seems to run so deep for a 90. We then cut to Adam Pearce looking very frustrated. He wanted that triple threat to be the end of it between Punk, Seth, and Drew. Drew seems to have moved on, but Punk and Seth still seemed bullseyed aimed at each other. Pearce is frustrated. Finn Balor coming in, saying Pearce wanted to talk to him. And Pearce says, Finn, this is really not a good night for me, I'm going to be honest, but you know what? I've been thinking, I've been planning. I've been talking to a man you're probably not going to want me to have talked to, but I've been talking to Braun Breaker. And he's very right, as the former champion. He has a rematch clause, and he wants to put that into effect. Now, tonight, it's booked. We're busy. But next week, that's wide open. So next week, Finn, you're going to defend that Intercontinental Champion of yours against Braun Breaker for a 56. Big announcement next week, Balor versus Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. Who's going to come out on top for the gold? We'll have to wait and see. But for a 56, I'll take that. As we have a little bit of action next up. You know, before we go to the ring, we go backstage. Drew McIntyre bumps into Sheamus. And Drew, they congratulate each other. Sheamus thanks Drew for the words that kind of woke him up last week, you know. And he beat Pete Dunne, he kept his career. And he's ready to keep going. He congratulates Drew on becoming world champion contender. You know, wishing him the best of luck against Gunther. You know, they both know how hard Gunther can be a fight. But Drew says, do not worry about that. He's got Gunther exactly where he wants him. He's not stressing on it. And he asks Sheamus what he's going to do now. You know? And Sheamus says, well, for right now, I need to go settle a few scores. As we go to the ring, ready for this, Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser in the past few months has beat Sheamus a few times while Sheamus was in his funk, but Sheamus wanting to settle some scores, he says, we let these two go out there. It's a brawl. They both get to kind of put it out there. In the end, though, Sheamus, whereas he wasn't able to do it previously, is just able to kind of put it together. To put the puzzle pieces together. Gets the brogue kick onto Kaiser and covers him for the 1-2-3. Sheamus victorious. 60 Kaiser, 57 Sheamus. They have great chem. And for a 67, Sheamus victorious. Another win for the Irishman. The Celtic Warrior comes out on top. Good for Sheamus. Good for Sheamus. We go to commercial. We come back. Out comes the Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan. Jesus, I'm yawning a lot. I'm not... It's because I haven't recorded in a while, so I'm not used to all this talking in a row. With Raquel by her side, you know. Last night, you know, at Venom, maybe it wasn't the best night for Neo Judgment Day overall. But Liv Morgan is still Women's World Champion. This championship still is in the arms of Neo Judgment Day, and it is going nowhere. People can try, they can step up, they can do whatever they want, but in the end, the gold is where it's staying, around her waist. Interrupted by Damage Control, more specifically Dakota and Io. not happy. You know? Io only lost because of DQ. Well, Io won by DQ, you know, but couldn't win the title from that. Dakota only lost because of interference. They're not happy. They're saying Liv was just weaseling her way to keeping that title. She doesn't deserve it. If it was a fair fight, Dakota would be champ, Io would be champ, Liv Morgan would not be champ. But Liv says, hey, as champion, I'm just doing whatever it takes to keep this gold where it belongs. And where it's going to stay. So you two girls, you can cry and you can moan and do whatever the hell you want, but it doesn't matter. Because no matter who steps up, this gold stays in my arms. Out comes the punishment. Shayna, Sonya, and Zoe. Who have the eyes on the gold themselves. You know? They've just been kind of floating. But they say, you know, Io, Dakota, they can go moan and cry somewhere else. You know, Shayna saying she remembers Dakota crying a lot down at NXT because of her. But they're tired of just floating around. They want to take. Not wait, take. So why not take that championship from Liv Morgan? All eyes seem to be on Liv Morgan and her title. Liv Morgan, smug though. You know, no one's taking this title from her. She'll just do whatever it takes to keep it, no matter what. But guess what? This is her brutality, baby. Rhea bloody Ripley. It looks like Liv Morgan's seen a ghost. She eats, sleeps, bleeds the demons in your dreams. Rhea Ripley walking out onto the ramp. Damian Priest returning at Venom and Rhea Ripley returning now. Marching her way down to the ring. Did you miss me? Liv, you know, in my time on the sidelines after our Hell in a Cell match, I've been thinking a lot about what I'm going to do to you when I get my hands on you. And that moment, Liv, is right now. Rhea goes for Liv, Raquel intervening, Liv getting the hell out of there. A massive brawl erupts. Raquel and Rhea fighting it out. The punishment and damage control fighting out. A massive brawl for a 63. Liv just getting the hell out of there. You know, at one point Shayna accidentally hits Rhea. Rhea getting into it with them. Liv dragging Raquel out of there. Big brawl. Adam Pearce, you know, sending Security down, breaking it up for a 63. We got ourselves a main event, ladies and gentlemen. 6-woman tag team action. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai taking on the punishment. It's just warfare. The punishment being a bit more brutal. Rhea, a lot of anger in her, but we keep Rhea out of the match for a lot of it. You know, we want to save her for that hot ending, obviously. And Io and Dakota, I mean, they're not a bad thing to watch wrestle. And yeah, in the end, Rhea does get the tag in. Rhea battling it out with Sonya Deville, sure. And in the end, Rhea getting Sonya ready to hit a riptide. Dakota Kai into the ring. A big running kick to Shayna Baszler, laying around the outside, twisting a big elbow to Zoe to put her out. Io rushing across the ring to the top rope, diving to the outside onto Shayna and Zoe to take them out. Rhea Ripley, riptide to Sonya Deville. Cover 1, 2, 3. Rhea Ripley victorious for her team. For an 84, very happy with that. 91 Rhea Ripley, bloody hell. 74 Io, 59 Dakota, 59 Shayna, 51 Sonya, 52 Zoe. Rhea Ripley and Damage Control victorious. Rhea Ripley is back and has her eyes firmly set on Liv Morgan and that Women's World Championship. Lovely ending to the show. Good show rating-wise. Increased upon fate regions, 81 overall. No complaints. We are firmly on the road to Survivor Series War Games. I apologise again for the delay. I'd say it won't happen again, but I said that last time. So all I can do is apologise and say that I am off work until the 1st of September. So I have concentrated time where I can record, and I will record, and the ideas are flowing. SummerSlam is coming up IRL, and that always gets the juices, you know, flowing creatively. I have ideas. I have plans. I have Mr. Iguana in my mind. So, yeah. I'm going to try. At the very least, I want to get this bloody year done, 2024. Jesus. Let me hit up a Survivor Series. Let me hit up our end of year pay-per-views. Let me get on the road to WrestleMania at long last. Oh my word. But I hope you have enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the show as we're heading to Survivor Series War Games. The road may seem clear, but there's some twists and turns on the way, I promise you. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Leave a like if you have enjoyed. I really do hope you have. And until next time, and as always, I just want to say a very, 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 very special thank you for sticking with me, first of all, if you're still here. And as always, for watching.